Uh-huh. Nice.
Excelente, mi gente.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh.
Mm-mm. You saw that, right? I was like, no. Okay, Elise Marie, where are you, my love?
Yeah, call her now. I don't know how you...
All right, let me find my girl. Taina Love is coming up as well. Okay. Let me find her.
Should I have mine just open
You
to the
could.
live?
That'd be fun. But you have to say, okay, let me invite her.
No, just so you know that I'm watching like tuning.
Mm-hmm. Hi. There she is. All right, baby girl. She's coming on. There she is. So I'm accepting people to come on. Let's talk about Epstein.
Yeah.
We have Beatrice here with us. Hi, Beatrice. You're going to pop in? I love her. So cool.
Gonna be popping in and out.
Popping in and out. Where's my Taina Love, though? Why my Taina Love is not coming in? Hold on. What's happening? What's happening with my girl? I see her buffering, and does it have something to do with me? With me not having myself near my Wi-Fi? No, it seems to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
The what?
The clicker.
Oh, yes. You're not lying. Hold on. Oh, but it has to be plugged in. That's the thing.
Okay.
Okay, let me find her again. Let me invite her. Invite.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm here now. Okay. I'm here now.
Okay, are you on?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Am I on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, yay, we got you.
Yay, I'm here. Okay, so I'm in, but can you see me?
No, not yet. So you have to go to the bottom and turn on your camera.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there we go.
There you go.
Hi, I'm in.
I love it. Yes, the new way to
Hola.
say the heart.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's share out the live. Everybody take a second and let's just share it. Go to the
Yeah.
bottom of you and share out the live to all your people
Uh-huh.
really quick so that they can watch with us if they have the opportunity to. So let's do
There
that.
we go.
It's our initiation. And then we're going to thank Creator for bringing us to this level, right? And really bringing us
Yes.
together. And one of the first things I want to say is I love you ladies very much.
Yay. Love you.
It's an honor to have you in my life. From the bottom of my
Hey.
heart, ladies,
Uh-huh.
I wish I could hold your hand, Elise Marie. You don't understand. Like this is a chain of beauty, love,
Yeah.
support, like real sisterhood.
Real sister.
I love you. I love you.
I love you, baby. You know,
Anybody?
it's always good to have a sister that you can have these conversations with.
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
And trust.
Mm-hmm.
And really, really trust each other, which is really, really good. All right, so let's share out the live because we're still on just us. So let's go with this. Let's keep sharing it to the next set of our people. Right? And then people will come in eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good time to just share it out while no one's here. And then we'll start, conversating about it in a second.
Okay, so I'm new at this. So you have 456 on your name. What does that mean?
I have 468 hearts. So from my side, someone's giving me love, and that's Beatrice. Beatrice is tapping away.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm at 500. So this TikTok, the more loves that it gets, the more that it gets pushed out to the FYP.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that it gets pushed out to the FYP because we really want to talk about what's really happening. And the best way to do that is having an audience.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, we could talk about it, but if there's an audience, we could really talk about it. You know what I mean? So as we're getting into it and people are joining, it really makes us happy. Hi, welcome in. So people are joining and, you know, little by little. So what we're doing is sharing it out to our friends, right? I'm going to Erica. We're going to go to all the people that we didn't share it to already. And we're going to share it. And we're going to keep sharing it with all the people that we have, right? Until we can't share anymore.
Yeah.
Until we get a few people to come on. And, okay, I already shared it with 15 again. Very, very good. I know it's Friday night and there's a lot of people not out. I mean, they're out and they're not really on TikTok. And then the ones that are, like, I have none of my friends are on. Literally none of the green lights are on. But maybe we could entice people to come in.
Yes.
And have this conversation with
I
us,
share
right?
it to the ones that are not on anyway. But I already shared it to the ones that are on.
Yep. So, and I'm going to share it to Facebook.
It says that the live was paused. There we
It's
go.
back.
There we
Yep,
go.
'cause I shared it to Facebook. And when
Okay.
you share it to Facebook, hi, welcome. Thank you for
Hey.
joining us.
Yes, my sister joined.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. We're here. We're talking about Epstein. All about the Epstein files and the dumps. This is the second dump. And I wanted to see if we could all catch ourselves up to what's happening and try to see if we could bring our knowledge together and our understanding of what's been happening and what's been coming to light in these files, in this dump of files that a lot of us have seen a lot of the stuff that are coming out, but now we're really just piecing things together, right?
Yes,
like
it's
all
not.
of us are piecing things together from 2020 and what we remembered happened in the first dump in 2020. So it seems like every time that there's a dump, something major ends up happening, right? Like a catastrophe, like a pandemic.
Like COVID. Like COVID.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly, you know? So remembering that helps us to understand how things have evolved in, you know, in many situations. Why is it that every time things go crazy, there's something even crazier that comes out that, you know, causes us to have to become human again instead of studying? You know, somebody that has the time to study, now it brings you back into not being able to find new information, right?
Yes.
Right. Right. But it's really scary what's going on out there though, because it's like everybody's starting to feel they don't know who to trust anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good
Like you
point.
don't know who trust who's right. Who's
That's
here.
such a good point.
Because even, you know, a lot of the children in these files that, or people that testified, they even said themselves they couldn't go to the police because everybody was involved with it.
Well,
Yes.
a lot of them went to the police. Corey went to the police, to the Santa Monica police, and what they realized was nobody was listening. Michael Jackson that are in these files went to the police and realized nobody was listening. If anything, that got them to have them like a spotlight placed on them, which made it even worse for them because it seems like those avenues are why people are losing faith because a lot of people knew and covered.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But it also allows the people to see that most of that system wasn't created to defend them anyways.
Absolutely.
So they're looking at the reality of everything that's going on, and that's the good thing about these files, that it's allowing people to see a little bit farther than what it was, you know. But the question is, what is everybody going to do about it?
Exactly. Exactly. Because other countries are all over this right now. I mean, parliaments are being brought
Yes.
down. And we saw that we had, even before this dump, we have had in the past few years many, many, many people, starting with Puerto Rico, that took its governor down. And once the peaceful protest in Puerto Rico went down, then the world started to awaken. And then, that virus came out. And then
Yes.
that virus controlled the narrative again until now this new dump. And we could only see what else is, you know what I mean? Like it's always something. So I'm really telling people that whatever, understand that this is that time where so much information is coming out and they're gonna wanna like double down and cover and grab at people, make religion important again when
Yeah.
we're seeing that it's actually part of the problem.
Yep. It is
Definitely.
it's a big part of the problem.
See right there, that Abrahamic religion and their rituals. That's it. It's the rituals. It's the way that they started it from the beginning. It's that star that they took. It's that, right? It's all the same. Look at those three. They make it so that they cannot coexist, even though they tell them to. They're the boots on the ground. And it's interesting because Trump used that language when he was talking about the invasion, or I believe that he took Maduro and helped him to come out and actually is protecting him. But because Maduro chose America to protect him instead of either Russia or China, so he went with America. I believe that when he used the word boots on the ground, he was also referring to us being continuously the boots on the ground, right? Where he's above that, but we're not. And they want us and our children to be the boots on the ground. And with being boots on the ground, that's really difficult because you can't see above what they're teaching, what they're showing us when you're the boots fighting on the ground, right? Like the fighting on the ground is what keeps you thinking that you're either one party, the other party, one religion,
Right.
the other religion. Like that's where the separation comes in.
The confusion.
The confusion. Very good word.
Yes.
Very good to clear up that language. That's where the confusion comes in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yep. And with confusion, it comes the scattered mind. People don't know which way to go, what to believe, you know? So it's
Absolutely.
all built that way for a reason.
See, what she's touching on is that none of this is by coincidence. It's
No.
by creation, you see? But it's not your sovereign creation to divinity. It's literally your creation to what they want you to be. It's their history, right? And then
Right.
they put it in our hands
Yeah.
And then we believe it's our story, but our story is not gloom and doom, hurting people. If anything, we don't want to be the boots on the ground, right? Like, at least the three of us that are here, and this is why we decided to do this live tonight, is because the three of us that are here right now.
Yes.
And Beatrice, pop in really quick because we have 7 people.
Yes.
And so the three of us that are here right now have really been trying to decipher what's been going on, and especially each one of us come with our life experience and then what we've been through in the past 6 years. And so if we could help people understand, right? We've gone through the awakening process because of the harshness that we came from, and that really helps us to understand that we're self-made. This isn't coming only from books. We've all here lived what we're talking about, and we're doing our research through lived experience, not through just curiosity. And we know that we've been able to free ourselves from, what's the word? I guess it's the false.
Matrix?
No, because I want to create in the matrix, but it's the false, right?
The false illusion of who we are not.
Okay, I like that. Okay, the false illusion of who we are
We
not.
are a lot bigger. We are a lot bigger than what they make us think we are.
And that's really important for us to know. Because if
So
we think we come from nothing, and then that cross actually tells us that Jesus Christ, which would be Yeshua the Christ. Okay, let's be clear, right? Yeshua the Christ is before us. But clearly Yeshua only worshiped his creator father, right? The soul's father. Never did he worship himself. So again, that's where it's imposed upon us 300 years, right? After AD, right? In the 6th century, 300 years AD after. These were now the first version with all the canonized, before the canonized, with the Jubilees, which would be the first, the Ethiopian Bible, right? The Moors Bible, the original, right? Original People's Bible. It's still within itself 300 years separate from when the Christ walked on earth. So even me going back into ChatGPT, and I made that point to Chat, well, no matter which one, including the canonized, even the very first one that the Ethiopians covet and protect, it's still at 300 years. And I can't even go back at this moment that we have so much technology, 100 years, 200 years to find my family members. So when you see that they created anything in the likeness of someone that is, and these are all of these religions at the same time, whether it be, Muhammad, whether it be Judaism, or, right, it all comes from the same lens, Abraham, which means that these are all the same. And none of these are actually what other, let's say, the other Jewish people worshipped. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm saying Judea, Christianity, and the Talmud. Different is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, and I want to be clear because you could get violated for just saying words. And it's really important that people understand that we're not against humanity or people. We're against the percentage that have hijacked and controlled things and the narrative, and then placed us with this narrative. With
We are against evil and anyone that does anything with our most precious gifts, our children.
our blood. our souls, our thought
Uh-huh.
patterns,
Yes.
our children, our livelihoods. Absolutely.
Yep.
So this has nothing to do with hating religion or disliking that they did this, they did. No, we're speaking in general. It doesn't matter where you're from, what religions you're from. If you're just evil and you're out there trying to hurt these little children, yeah,
And
Mm-hmm.
this is what one,
that's what we're speaking about.
we're outraged right now
Yep.
without it affecting us to the point that we can't speak about it. It affected us enough that we're here speaking about it, but not so much, which is really important. We've done the inner work, all three of us sitting
Uh-huh.
here. We're strong enough to be here and speak about this because we have done the soul inner work and we came out of Hades with our heart
Mm-hmm.
and our soul intact. And we said, you know what? Now we're going to work on our brains, on our minds with our neuroplasticity, and we healed. So many people can't even get up out of bed just reading these files. So this is not a small thing. We're not making fun and we're not acting like we know everything and we're above everything. What we're saying is our nervous system has allowed us to be to the point where we could help you see what's going on as well because we've done the inner work and it's not a shock to us, even though it is.
Yeah.
It's an incredible shock to us, but that everything that we knew, or at least for me, that everything that I knew is now coming out in
Yeah,
clarity, where before they called us conspiracy theorists,
conspiracy theorists.
they're not
And I
critical
think that
thinkers.
we and I think, well, at least for me, like I always felt it was real. I always knew it was real, but it's like we didn't realize to what capacity or how bad it was. And I think that's where we were shocked. Like we were like, wow, because we were shocked at everything that's
Because they
coming out.
finally let a lot of it out. You're like, whoa, wait a second. But what was happening when we let a lot of it out? You see? It's like
Uh-huh.
right when the planets are shifting and changing and people are becoming sovereign and learning their souls and learning their alignments, boom, trauma, gloom and doom. So that when this most amazing moment passes, you've given it to the pain of finding out what's been happening all along. We're just learning it. It doesn't mean that it wasn't happening, which means that we lived and went on while it was still happening. So now what we need to do
Mm-hmm.
is allow ourselves little by little to intake it and live and learn and grow. And like, this is why we're here talking about it, you know? We're strong enough
Yeah.
to, not that we are
Yeah.
strong enough to hold it all, but we've been through it. And so we've been through things that people haven't. And we've learned things, you know? So one of the things that I found in the dump, well,
The question is, what are people going to do about it? Because it seems like the government's not going to do nothing. So
and
is this a we the people job?
that's where
Is
everyone's
this,
at.
is this going to be a we the people job?
I think that's what the disappointment is in people in America. They don't know what to do. They're in such shock. They don't know if their president, if their old president, they don't know anything. They're having such an issue
Well,
with that.
that's what they wanted to do, though, create confusion. Because what happens when
Absolutely.
people are confused?
They want to
They
separate us.
get they become frustrated. Like when a human don't comprehend something, they become frustrated and they throw it to the side. Forget about
Right,
it.
right. It's too much. It becomes cognitive
So I
dissonance.
think
Ooh,
that's
I can't see that.
why it's like that's why they threw out at once 6 million files. It would literally, if I was to read one of those files a day, it would take me over 200 and something years.
Listen to her.
Yeah.
Listen to what she just said. So they
Right.
overwhelm us.
Yeah,
They
they
overwhelm us.
overwhelm us. It's like they put the truth out there because they have to put it out there so they don't receive their karma, which I honestly don't believe that in a way, because there's things that you can't get away with, you know? But I really do feel that they try to overwhelm us with all of this information, bum rush us with all of this information, so we just throw everything to the side and forget about it.
Right.
Because that's the human mentality. The a lot of the human mind don't like challenges. They don't like to
Absolutely.
think. It's a workout for them. Where for some of us, it's a thrill. We want it. We want our brains to work. Let's figure this out.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And it's a generation that grew up with riddles and and having to do all these word, what are they called, the newspaper things, what are they called, we had to use
Yeah,
our
yeah, the
minds
crossword. Yeah.
to
Yeah,
think,
the
the
crossword
crosswords, we had
puzzle.
to use our minds to think, so that allows us now to be able to have a little bit more patience and not just throw it to the side.
And we were yelled at and hit. So
Yeah.
we come from a generation that even our teachers were allowed to hit us. We come from a different
Oh yeah.
generation. Like
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic and my hands were beat up. So I was also never told that I was neurodivergent, which would give me the understanding why I had a bigger vision of things most of the time than only the smaller version. And I was told, shut up. What
Yeah.
are you talking about? Right? You too. And
Uh-huh.
you too. I know
Yeah.
it. We just had bigger questions than they had answers for because to them that was like talking about religion. That was about
Yeah.
talking about God, and that's an issue
It
for
is.
many people to challenge it because then they think they're going to go to HEE, hockey sticks and,
Yeah.
burn forever instead of allowing themselves you know, I don't want to use the word luxury, but the relaxing enough to learn. Most
Right.
people they don't give themselves. It is a luxury, not because of it being beautiful and perfect, but it's because it opens your mind. You allow it. It's a luxury to relax enough to take the time to learn what's going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It
Not
is.
everybody
It
does
is.
it.
Well, also, one thing I noticed too is that they keep everybody so overwhelmed. Right now, especially in the United States, everybody's on autopilot. The only thing that goes to their head is survival. How am I going to survive? How am I going to get through this? So, a lot of people can't think of other people's problems when they have so many problems of their own. So, this is a
Absolutely.
whole system that they created within themselves.
And it's done on purpose.
And it's
This
done
is
on
how
purpose.
they control us and they keep us self-inflicting and self-controlled,
Yes.
self-contained.
Yes. And
That's
then
what
they
they're doing.
contaminate our foods, they contaminate our air.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a stress bag filled with contamination.
And
Like,
then they jab, we have to be really careful with the words we use, but yes, then they jab our children from the moment they're born with a series of jabs that affect them. And now we know. Now, I mean, we
how
still
many
can't talk about it
vaccinations?
clearly. It's
How many
unbelievable the amount.
vaccinations? How many vaccinations were the children getting, that before Trump brought them down? I can't. I don't remember the number. Was it
I
like
don't
60
remember either,
something
but the
vaccinations?
series was huge.
Mm.
It was really
Huge.
high.
Huge. The amount was huge, and kids were getting all kinds of situations, including one of my children, who's a grown man. And
Mm.
people and children are really being affected by
Yeah.
our series of, you know, what we believe to be right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Well, and
Hi.
that's the other argument that we keep
Welcome
having in
on. You want to
life.
join? Yeah, it's so true. That's another thing
Yeah.
that we have.
Mm-hmm.
How do
Definitely.
how do I know? I can't see, like, how do I know how many people are watching? I can't. I'm a little confused because it's my first time on here.
Right now we only have 3, and I just invited the tow guy because he's really smart, about what's going on in New York and stuff, but he might be busy right
Okay.
now. But we do have a few people on. I really don't have I don't have a problem inviting anyone that wants to join us. We're having an adult conversation tonight. We're talking of everything that has to do with religion, the file, the dumps, everything that happened, what's going on, how New York is, how Puerto Rico is, how people are taking this dump, how people are understanding what's happening. Are we putting the pieces together?
You know, a lot of people in Puerto Rico, from what I noticed, they don't even know about the Epstein files. When I speak about it to someone, they're like, ¿Qué es eso?
Exactly. Exactly.
And this island was literally so close to Puerto Rico.
Little
Was in
St.
the Caribbean.
John. And they're
Yeah,
also
little St.
there's
John.
so many. Hi, Elias. How are you? Welcome in. They're also saying, and if you guys want to join in, we would love to have you. So just let us know and we'll add you to the panel, because the panel is open tonight for anyone who wants to discuss what we're talking about, or anything that has to do with current and understanding how we got to this point and what we're learning and how we're growing from this. Right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
because it takes a community, and that's what we need to bring back. You know, like I don't know how many generations it's gonna take to fix everything they've created, but I tell you this right now: Source has an incredible army on this realm, on this earth, fixing all the mess they made.
it is true. There is an army of angels. All the
That's what we're
ascended
all meant
masters
for.
are on this earth.
Yes.
All the ascended masters, from what I've gathered,
We
are
the
on
people
earth.
protecting.
All of the angels are on earth as
Hmm.
well. The angels are not the same as any of the angels in these books. That's not what they are. That is not what they are. They are not fallen, none of that. We actually found out that Epstein is looking for the. So I this is my expertise that I got really, really, really geeked out on. So Epstein is looking right now for the gene of Gilgamesh. So you know the tomb of Gilgamesh was found. Everybody knows that?
Yeah.
Okay. So Gilgamesh is,
Hmm.
this is why we went into Iraq. This is why all of the things that have been happening, we're now finding out, reverse engineering it, and people are giving testimony as to how we got to here. So they found Gilgamesh's tomb. They have Gilgamesh. And so they found that, of course, they lived 200, 300, 3,000 years. They want that gene. All this crazy man, Epstein, and his whole thing, one of the things that he continuously did is take DNA of everybody. There's not one person, including the children, he took DNA of, because they're looking for a specific gene that migrated so that they could control the telomere caps that controlled us, that aged us and stopped our aging to basically 100, but then the food and everything brings us to, a lot more. But his DNA, this is why everybody left 23andMe. Did you remember that when between 2020 and now everybody left 23andMe?
Uh-huh.
Did we
Uh-huh.
realize how many thousands and thousands and thousands of 23andMe DNA kits were sent specifically to Epstein?
Wow.
He paid
Oh,
for
I didn't
it.
see that part.
There's a direct conversation between him and Mia Farrow, okay, that puts him saying, well, which means that Mia Farrow knew about Woody Allen and the little girl all along, okay? And she says to him about the DNA and that she's looking for the DNA. So we start to see that they're all involved. One way or the other. She got the DNA of her and her daughter Sunyi, which ended up being his next wife. They were always grooming that child.
Yep. They groomed her just for him.
And she was very comfortable with marrying him and doing all that because she was groomed. She knew nothing else. She was created
She
for
don't know, she
that.
didn't know any better.
How could she?
Yeah.
She thinks it's all normal. And most of the children that are involved in these situations, they all think that it's normal. When you start seeing
That it's normal.
the interviews of the children that are talking about things that children should not be talking about, and the things that their parents force them to do, and the reason
Did you? I'm sorry, go ahead.
the reason that they say that their parents force them to do it is because they say that trauma creates something in the brain that causes you later on, as you unravel that, to become enlightened.
And I believe it.
I know that's how I awakened, but again, they're self-inflicting trauma on their own children so that later on their children. So this is why they don't have a problem putting their child through that. See what I'm saying? Like, it's part of this. It's part of this. These religions right here. Because of this is that they're allowed to. You know what I'm saying? That's like the biggest situation, is because of all of these rituals that these religions allow and always have. The children.
Yeah.
And no one's seeing that from the beginning of time, Abraham was told to sacrifice his child.
Oh, yeah.
So we always knew. Right?
Yeah.
And then all of the religion, you take the blood of the Christ and you take the wafer, right? The body of Christ.
On an altar? On an altar?
Always. Do you see that? It's like, but we're so close and so into what we were taught that we never see
The programming.
trauma. Yeah, and the trauma that it's causing us. It's like not a big deal. It's like, but that's part of our religion. What? Like,
No.
and I've always been neurodivergent and I've always questioned it, and I was always called, since I'm a little girl, you know how she is. Oh my God, she's like, I think they called me esoterica when I was a little girl, Miss Esoterica, something crazy, because they tried to call me a D worshiper. And I thought, because I believe in astrology since I'm really little, and they were like, yeah. And I'm like, it makes more sense to me. The Magi came to this is your story, to the Christ via the star. So I'm more like the Magi, right? Not like the men that are throwing things on you that don't know anything, and I'd get in so much trouble. They'd be like, you're not like the Magi. I'm like, I am like the Magi. Like, I want to come and, like, you know, see the baby Christ. Like, I never. But again, I digress. Listen to why. The Virgin Mary was an immaculate conception. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And she was between 14 and 16. And she gave birth to the Christ. What did I just say there? If you take all religion out, what in the world did I just say there? That a 14 or a 16-year-old girl had a baby and nobody knows how. And it's okay that it came, let's just say, from the Holy Spirit, but nobody claims that. Nobody says anything, and nobody even claims nothing, that she had to. But then wait, In the story, she comes from an immaculate conception. What? So her mother went through the same thing and she had no father? You see, so you start to see, is it a sacrifice? Was it always a sacrifice? So it becomes a little bit like, are we burning are we putting our kids on this cross and burning and like sacrificing our kids to this? To this?
Well,
and to
we're
this?
pretty much sacrificing our. We're pretty much, and this is probably for another life, but I'm just gonna throw this little piece out there. We sacrifice our children since birth because we sign the birth certificate over to them.
Oh.
Listen,
Yeah.
right? And you create a ward of whatever state that baby's born
Yep.
in, but
Created
then
a
you
word of
baptize,
the state.
right?
Correct.
It's all connected. Then you baptize them. The little feet
It's all
that they
connected.
take the little pictures of means that they own them. Do you understand? Your kids are fingerprinted
They
and
own them. Yep.
footprinted in life.
Yep. And
Corporation.
this one, I'm gonna say it's a conspiracy because nothing has come up yet, but I've heard it from different sources that I trust. Like Yaki is one of my biggest sources, and he explains how the reason why they take those prints of the children's foot and hands is because they do spells on them, and the spell is to get them off their land because feet on the ground, you know. So they do spells on your footprint, pretty much not make you owner of the land. Like they stealing everything from you. Did I
In front
explain
of
that
you.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then they give you maritime law
Yeah.
on land. So
And then they give you
then you
maritime
go to
law.
court.
They consider you a monster dead at sea.
Goyim?
Yeah.
You
So
is
this
it
is
clicking guy?
this is the
Goyim
system that all these evil. Mhm.
set us
Yeah.
up.
So this is the system
A
that all these
monster at
set us
sea
up.
would be a goyim, right? So this has already been created for us to live in it. So America,
Yes.
that's only 200 and how old?
Yeah, it's not do it.
Oh,
77 years, 78 years now?
Around there, yeah.
Okay. So are we seeing the pattern that maybe
you,
this was created for us to be lost from the very beginning?
oh no, it definitely was because I think well, part of it has to do with keeping the spirit disconnected from the soul, because that's the
Yes.
only way that they can control us through their dark magic.
Mm-hmm.
If your spirit is alive, like connected to your soul, there, they cannot invade your vessel.
Right. Once you're aligned and you have your chakras aligned, your third eye is awake, and you're literally understanding, understanding, overstanding, and being inside of the Merkaba, where you're not flat on the ground anymore in control of them, but you lift your vessel up, your soul becomes, and now you see through fractals and you see more than what you're taught, right? Because now you're looking through a
Right.
3-dimensional,
Right.
4-dimensional, 5-dimensional, and all of a sudden you're awakened to the grandness that the soul is the extension of the creator, and you're living a human experience in this matrix, and it allows you to separate from all of that programming that we just talked about, because now you can see it, and this is why all three of us can see it.
Yeah. That's true. It's true.
When you have critical thinking skills,
It's right.
it's because you allowed it.
Yes.
Because you're not allowed to have critical thinking
Mm-hmm.
skills. It means that you're stronger than the program that was
Nope.
given to you.
Yes, it's true.
You're stronger because you broke through. You were willing to. So when they say, you know how Wahana is, I say, oh, yes, I am, sweetheart. Because I look further and deeper and above and around and everything that comes with it, instead of taking it at face value and studying one form of theology. I studied them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just studied.
She knows, my people know.
Uh-huh.
I could tell you that I have Bibles
what
for days. Look, I'm going to show you right now how much I study. Hold this right here. I'm going to show you how much I study. This Bible is so old that I don't even know how to tell you. Like, this is from, I don't even know. But I want you to see. I do not. I'm going to say it clearly. I do not believe in any of these books. Look, it won't let me show it to you. Not allowed to. It's interesting. It's very interesting. None of this, because I studied it all. I don't believe in any of it. Now I know that it's 300 years separate from the Creator. And if you convert what Yeshua said into modern day English, what he says is worship Creator. Only worship Creator. That is the secret code that he taught. Only worship Creator, the Creator energy that's within you. And he taught that to his initiates.
within you.
It's within you. It can't be
Okay, so
within
let's
anyone
go to that, right? Because even us, you just said something very that kind of hit me. You know, like say in Puerto Rico, tú le buscas los ocho patas al gato.
Esto.
All the time.
So
Yep.
O la cuatro patas del gato. Oh, no.
Oh, we froze.
worship our Creator, right? Right?
Oh my God.
Maybe
Why
now?
does TikTok
Can
make
you
her
see me now?
freeze now? Okay, maybe now.
Yeah.
I know. Hold on. Oh, TikTok, don't mess
Can you hear
with me. Is this in the way? I'm seeing if the iPad is stopping it or something. I'm like, is that in the way?
Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry. Can you speak now? Let me see if you're are you frozen?
No, it's
Oh
not.
man.
Yeah, she's a little bit like,
You're a little
in and out.
frozen, and what you're saying is so powerful. I want to make sure that we could hear this.
Yeah.
You have two loves, so people are already giving you love here. What you're saying is really true. Yes. You have
Yeah,
people
that's-
showing you love already.
Yeah.
Ah. Am I bugging out? Can someone else see? Hey, Tone. I haven't
Can you hear me?
spoken or seen Tone Provolone in a while. I can hear you now. Can you hear?
Am I freezing? Oh no, I'm good. Okay. All right. So let's get out of the fear of the I don't know what's gonna happen if I say this, right? Let's just go with what we can see. The reality. We're not gonna think of nothing that we cannot see. Okay? Only what we can see. Who's our creator? Our mothers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a different perspective here. And sometimes we need to stop, we need to put that fear away because I feel that a lot of us are always saying, God this, God that, God is my creator, this is my creator, this is, and we give so much power to somebody that we don't even know if it's real. Just because we have the fear that if we don't mention that entity, we're going to burn in hell, or people are not going to speak to us, or it's so much fear. Like, what is the reality? Like, is our creator really just our mothers? Is that who we need to honor all the time? It
And
said
our
it on there. We
fathers, I'm
must
not
honor
going to
our
take away.
creator, the only creator.
I would
There
also
is,
honor
there
the
is,
father. The father
yes, and the
of
father,
the
the mother
creation,
and the
only
father.
because the one thing that I realized and I learned is that the brain in itself is original parts from the father. So your brain is your original father's sperm cell with the nervous system, which is your nervous system. So your mother and father are your God creator, right? Your soul
Well, that's
is something different, or
right.
your spirit that
That's,
animates you.
Mm.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what's supposed to be also the triangle. They changed it to the Father, the Spirit, and the Son, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the
Yes,
mother?
when they created Trinity.
How
So
do
they
I know that
removed.
how do I know? How do I know it wasn't the mother, the father, and the son?
It is. It only
Remember,
has
they
been.
they try to take our powers away.
Right?
Yeah.
Big time.
One,
They try to
two
take our
equals
powers away.
three. One and two make three. You only come to Earth if you want to
It's
procreate,
a
live your free
triangle.
life, have a life. So you have to create, right? So creator energy goes for birthing things or a lifestyle, or,
Right.
you could create a lot of things here.
Mhm.
The whole point is that you could create here.
Yes.
See that?
Yeah.
Amazing. You come up with a great
Yeah.
a great
So,
point. It's the mother. Where's the sacred feminine in any of these books?
Mm.
Any three. All of them are
a
missing
woman
one
didn't even
element.
write a book. A woman didn't even write a book. If you notice, none of those books in the Bible, no woman wrote it. It was all men. Now we all
So
know that the man is the manifesto of the physical world, and the woman is the manifesto of the spiritual world. Why are we always taken away? Why? Why they always try to shrink us, our existence, and make us think that we were not powerful when we are a lot more powerful than they are? Because we control the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
We got the womb. We control the spirit. And we are all waking up, and I'm loving it that we all know this. Well, not all, but a lot of people are waking up. A lot of women are realizing their powers, just like I did. Took me almost 44 years in my life to realize it, but I realized it. And once I realized that, Wahana, it really, really makes me believe, yeah, it's the Father, the Mother, and the Son. That's the
It
Holy
is.
Grail.
It is. That's the Holy Grail. The Grail is the birth, right? The being able to birth. That's the Grail, right? And it's just, she was always the sacred feminine. And today is the 13th, right? Friday the 13th, that they also
Mm-hmm.
removed. And the reason why is
Hmm.
because the sacred feminine is so strong. The 13th is the sacred
Hmm.
feminine. And it's really important to remember that when it comes to birthing, you always have the sacred feminine. And in the Bible, you see that even in the Ethiopian Bible, which would be the oldest Bible that you could get to, the Jubilees is in there, the Apocryphas are in there, everything. And still, Maria Magdalena, crickets.
Mm.
So we start to realize always the woman was removed. But it's true at
Always.
the core here on earth, it's incredibly important. But at the soul level, it's not, because the soul has no
Hmm.
sexual orientation. So it's a test to see if you're gonna be basically
Mm-hmm.
against each other. So, are you going to be against the sacred feminine and against the masculine? Because you cannot evolve unless you balance the two hemispheres of the two, right? Because the cross is really the cross of the soul when you align, right? And you bring forth your sacred Kundalini energy and you reach enlightenment, right? To the crown. That's called being Christed. The Buddha, the Sheik, they all have that beautiful highlight like the Christ did, which means you are Christed. Yeshua was the Christ. He didn't call himself the Christ. He was labeled the Christ after, because the Christ is a label of
Right.
being enlightened, the enlightened one. I love Yeshua. I have no problems with any of our ascended beautiful masters. None of them wanted to be worshipped. All of them. And in his
They're
sacred
messiahs. They
teaching,
came with a message.
yes, in his
They're
sacred
messiahs.
teachings,
They came with a message.
you could clearly see when you, I was just working on it on ChatGPT, is when you translate the words of Yeshua into, from Aramaic into English, it literally said God amongst us. Well, it's not the word God, it's creator, right? It's father, it's creator. And it says worship only creator. Come on, worship only creator. And it's like, to the initiates,
Well,
one way. To the world, this. To what they created here, that's a whole different entity.
different thing.
We're missing. We're
Entity.
missing that.
Yes. And
Totally
I tell
missing
people
any
all
of
the
that.
time, and I think you were the one who brought this up to me when you were here, when you came to stay with me, that you mentioned to me, I'm pretty sure it was you, and if it wasn't you, correct me. Real gods don't want to be worshipped because they are real gods. They don't need worshiping because worshiping comes from it. If somebody wants to be worshipped, that comes from insecurities. You're insecure and you need to be worshipped so you can feel better.
That's Yahweh. You see? That's the demiurge god, the war god of the Israelites. The war deity that was set up at that time. This is why most people hate the word God, because they connect God with Yahweh. And Yahweh is the God of this right here. Again,
Discernment.
all of these, right? And all of this controls all of your governments. You see? This. Because it's permitted. Because we allow this. Because we're taught, we're indoctrinated from when we're little to not only accept this, but to fight till the end without even knowing yourself. But you know that Yeshua is before you. And then you know that Yeshua paid this ultimate sacrifice for you, so you mean nothing. You see how you just were erased and you auto-erased yourself just like this? Gone. Gone. Gone.
Yep.
Right? Because Yeshua, the Christ, they put him even before you. And he said you would do bigger things than him, meaning you're going to continue here. Continue doing what I taught you, which was to be sovereign and to question everything. Question everybody. Question everybody. Go all over. Sit with the scholars. Even if they said that he was never trained, right? So why was he sitting with scholars all the time? Of course he was trained. And he came from money. So when you start to go understand, he wasn't just anyone. Right? And if he came from the Immaculate, it means that he comes from a family. So you start to really understand that what they put together for us is real cute. But it's really not. It's really not.
Well,
but they made it like, this whole thing on the donkey and like they really like sold us with the baby and what? Carrying
and the three kings that were
crucified. What?
and the three kings that were And the three kings that were astronomers.
Astrologers,
Uh-huh.
astronomers that followed the stars. This is what we were saying. Remember when
Mm,
I was in her house in Puerto Rico? Was it last year or the year
mm.
before? It was last year because I went
No,
twice.
no, last year. Last year.
No, but
Well,
last
no.
year I wasn't
You
there for the
came
Christmas.
you came at the end of 2024.
Yes.
Four.
So the first time was for the
But we
Christmas.
spent New Year's together. Right. You spent New Year's together.
Uh huh.
And then you came again. I believe it was March around there.
Run. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
did.
think it was
So
March around there. Came back. But yeah,
when
we
I
were
came for
having this
Christmas,
conversation. But if you going back to what you were saying about Jesus, that you felt like he came from a wealthy family. I
he
read
did.
the whole Siddhartha story. Siddhartha is Buddha. Siddhartha
Yeah.
Guantanamo. Guantanamo?
I'm
Is
telling
that his last name?
you.
Siddhartha's story was he was a friend. He came from a rich family and
Extremely rich.
he got bored of that, and that's
But it
why
was more than
extremely
just
rich, and
rich.
that's when he
They
stepped out
didn't
of
allow him to see poverty. He had never even seen
poverty.
an old person. Like the Buddha story
Hmm.
is like never saw anything, was like hand and foot and gave it all up. Go ahead, keep saying.
You
So I
know
just
what?
want I'm adding.
Anybody out there?
Yeah, we have Ron comes in.
Any,
We've had a few people
anybody
come
out
in.
watching this? If you're starting, hi,
Hold on, you're breaking
you
up.
know what? If there's anybody on here, come there's again.
Wow,
Always.
she's
Every
breaking
time I'm
up.
gonna say something good. Can you hear
Every
me?
time she's gonna say something good. Yes.
Can you hear
Here,
me?
teach me
Okay.
really quick. Sit here. Really quick.
Every time I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
say something
Beatrice is
good, I
gonna
don't know
tell
what
you
happens.
to the bathroom really quick.
If
Sit here.
Okay. Yeah. You can keep on talking. Yes. Take it.
if you um
Yeah.
me a little bit of my there. Nahilo un poquito ahí when she got up. Oh, if you are starting in your spiritual journey and you feel a little confused, you don't know which way to go, what helped me and it can help you. You know, I'm not saying that it's gonna help you, but it's a recommendation to try. Go buy yourself a book from how you say his last name, Chopra?
Chakra.
Chopra?
Yes. Chakra.
Chakras.
Chakras.
Can you hear me? Chopra? Yes. Go buy that Buddha book and read it, and that's gonna start your spiritual journey so clear, so clear. You're gonna be able to start connecting with everything afterwards.
It's
Mm-hmm.
true.
Am I
Thank you,
breaking up
ladies.
again?
I can hear you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay, good, good, good. So, yeah, that's just my quick recommendation. But real quick, we jumped from Epstein files, and it's all interesting. But I want to
It's all
work ourselves
connected.
back to Epstein files.
So all of
Yeah,
that is
it's all
connected.
connected, right?
Uh-huh.
That is
It's all
true. That is
connected. It's
true. It's all
because we're
connected.
allowed to do all of this that they do these rituals. So it's good that we laid the
Uh-huh.
we laid the foundation for people to see why, right? So many things happen and we allow it because they wrote these books that told us that these things have to happen before the end of
Mm-hmm.
times. You see that?
Yeah, they scripted everything. Truman
Yeah.
Show.
Prayers,
Mm-hmm.
meditation. He learned when he traveled to Asia. He learned from Buddha 100%. So the Christ traveled. I mean, Egypt. He went to all of the master schools. He was taught from Thor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so important that we understand that he was extremely smart and he learned
Mm-hmm.
with the monks. They have him. And right now they have him in France. I mean, they have his lineage all over where they have real proof where these books right here don't say anything about it because none of these books have anything to do with who he really is. They have to do with what Abraham is, right? So
No.
Ron made a really good point. I
Right.
had invited Ron up. Ron, you gonna come through? Invitation sent. So it's just really like seeing that this is not created through Yeshua, through the Christ. And this is why these men are allowed to do what they do, because these books say that you're supposed to sacrifice, you're supposed to give, you're supposed to come last, you're supposed to be here for that.
Yeah.
But then there's other people that are controlling these sacrifices and doing them that'll tell you that they don't worship Yahweh. And that's big. You see what I'm saying? That's really big because they're telling you right there that we're given that demigod to worship
Yeah.
as our
To worship.
God instead of
Well,
going with
I think that's
the Buddha's God, which is creator. Yeshua's God, creator, right? Always within. They went within.
always within. Yep, always within. And I think that's where the whole Christian religion became separated. Because if you notice, right, it first started with Catholics. And what the Catholics do, drink the blood and body of Christ. And then there was one Christian that woke up one day and said, "This sounds kind of weird. This sounds kind of like sorcery, like they're doing black magic on here, you know?"
It's like, we
And
don't
then
want to
that's
do
when they
that anymore.
created more Christian
Christianity.
religions, like the Jehovah Witnesses and Baptists, and it's like they're all Christians, but they're different levels of it. It's I feel like they kept seeing the bull crap in each one, so they went and created their own because they just didn't know any better. So
Right.
they kept creating a new. They kept
100%.
creating a new one instead of discerning what was going on. They just went and created a new one because to them, Jesus is it's our savior. So they don't want to get away from Jesus, but you're wrong what you're doing. So I'm going to create my own church of Jesus.
Because they just
Do we
want it
keep
to
getting
be
home?
better and better and better. Because they're still coming through this lens. But they see differences in it that are like crazy. And they're like, wait a second. Wait. We're going to make it our way. But fundamentally, and this is what I always knew since I was very young, it's all the same. It comes from a flawed lens to begin with. It's all flawed because it's on the lens of these sacrifices and of the demigod Yahweh and of the Israelites. That's not our God. And then when you go into the Talmud, that's not their God either. That's what's crazy. I thought that it was still their God, that the God of Abraham is their God. And you kind of think that. But when you go, they say actually that word God is a construct of Christianity, they say. It's not of the Jewish religion. They are. And they don't have a name for creator God. You see? It's just they have a whole different understanding, understanding of why are they chosen in their minds? Because they chose to go with that they are the creators and that even their God doesn't have a name. Isn't that different than what they give us?
Do they call them? Yes, totally, of course. Totally different. But don't they call themselves Jewish?
So it's a place, a way of being. It's a way of being. It's not
No.
an
I'm
actual
I'm
religion.
I'm saying no, I know, but I'm saying don't they call themselves Jewish?
Who? Who's they?
Right? They always say they're Jewish.
They do.
Them, Jews, the Jewish, they call
Yes.
themselves Jewish. Well, Jewish is not pure-blooded, just like Moorish is not pure-blooded. Moor is pure blood, Jew is pure blood, but the ish makes it a mix of something.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
they should
makes
know right
because it
there
makes
that
it
they are a
smaller.
mix
It's
of
less
something.
than. Ish means less than.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they should know that, and they keep calling themselves Jewish.
Yeah, and they don't even know what they're saying, which is so true, right? That's another thing because through DNA, they're not. They're actually not. The Ashkenazis are absolutely not. They have none of that blood. So when you start to realize, you're like, but wait a second. Anyone could be Jewish now because you could become. Mostly you have to be born through the mother, right? Which is another thing. How do they not put the mother first when you have to be born through the mother to be? But the mother means nothing. Only the man does. But to be pure-blooded Jewish, you have to come through the mother. Do you see the oxymoron of the... It's just... But you don't respect the woman at all. The woman comes
Well, that's
after
because
the
they're
man.
empty. Remember, those are empty vessels. They're really.
It's not that they're empty, it's that they
I feel.
believe and they see life in a totally different version than we've ever even thought to be taught. This is for them an experience, and they come back over and over again because of reincarnation and all of the things that they know are real, because in their family they have seen. I wasn't raised believing in reincarnation until I lived it. And then when I have a lot of Jewish friends that they name their children after their grandparents that have passed on, because they know most of the time that the parent comes back right through them. And so this is something that they've been doing since the beginning of time. They didn't teach us that. So when I learned that, I went to all the esoteric levels of all religions. And you know that there's not one religion, except I think Jehovah's Witness is the only one that does not believe at their highest esoteric level, at their Gnostic level, at their Orthodox level, that reincarnation is real. Isn't that crazy? I find that to be nuts. We're not taught that. But all Catholic archbishops and hierarchy, of course they're taught that.
I'm sorry.
And even John Paul,
must
and
go.
even, girl, I need to stretch too. Even John Paul and Pope Leo, the last pope, also, he
Eso es lo que te
very
iba a
much
decir.
spoke about
Espérate,
it.
rapidito.
Yeah, he spoke about it. Reincarnation is real. The soul is eternal. He made sure that he told us a lot of his evil, the evil things that were happening. Oh, it's too loud?
Yeah. Bajamos a dos. Estamos más que tú y yo. Estamos más que tú y yo aquí.
Estamos tres.
No, te estoy preguntando que si estamos más que tú y yo aquí.
No.
Aquí dicen dos. En el
Yo
mío
tengo
dicen
tres.
dos.
El mío tiene 3. So tú tienes 2 en el tuyo y el mío tiene 3. O ahora el mío tiene 2. Somebody went down just when you started to ask. Somebody left mine. So you have 2. I have 2. See, Ron was on. Ron keeps coming in and out. I have a few people in and out. He said this is a great conversation. He goes, I would love to join you. He's like, I love you. This is an absolutely great conversation, he said. He said, prayer is meditation. He learned it when he traveled to Asia. He learned it from Buddha. You see what I'm saying? When we were talking about the Christ. And he liked it. A lot of people. We have 15.1 likes.
Yeah.
15.1K likes.
Okay.
No, era,
So people are popping
era
in.
porque... Oh, están entrando. Porque aquí van a ser las 12. Y
Okay.
yo estoy... Tú me ves aquí y estoy bobita.
She's right. It is late.
Uh-huh.
It is late. But we're going to pick this up next Friday. That's
Yes.
what we're going to do. We're going to try to come every Friday if we can and do something. Either we talk about this or we're going to have a little sale with our jewelry. She's going to be selling her jewelry next Friday. So we'll come live and we'll answer questions and we'll pop you in. And maybe there's things you want. And I'll bring them to you because I'll be going to Puerto Rico soon.
Yeah.
So next Friday we'll pop on. We'll do an hour with everybody or more. And we'll show the jewelry and we'll talk. And Elise Maria will show her.
Follow me and you see all the jewelry I make.
And Elise Maria will show her herbs. And she makes herbs that she can send to you. And also she does something that most people don't do that makes me really happy. She'll send you a care package from Puerto Rico, anything that fits inside of the priority box. She'll fill it up with all kinds of things that you need from Puerto Rico, from natural herbs to soursop leaves to all natural things that she has harvested herself from the island. And she is an herbalist, right? I'm an astrologer, numerologist. And B is a creator of jewelry with all crystals. And she also makes it sacred. So taking off all of these religions, we are going back to the basics with naturalness, with her herbs, naturalness, going back to the stones and the crystals of earth, and understanding what the Magi understood, your sacred alignment. So we'll be coming back with this. I love you, girls.
My care boxes are adios.
We learned a lot tonight.
My care boxes are, how do you say it, curated? Is that did I say it right?
Personally
Curated? Is
them.
Yes.
curated? Personally curated accordingly to what you want to heal. If there's parts there's problems, anything. I don't want to keep mentioning on here because you know how it is, but anything that you need help with, I create a box just for that.
And sends it to you, and has done it many times for many people that need extra. So she knows what to put in that box for special people if you're not feeling good, if you have different ailments. We're not going to talk about those big ailments on here because, like she said, it could get flagged. But I trust her. She does all of my, I get moringa from her. I get mis algas marinas. ¿Cómo se dicen las algas marinas en inglés? Las algas marinas. How do you say that? The sea moss.
Sea moss.
I get my fresh sea moss, my white and my red. She also does that other sea moss, which honestly, they both taste like nothing. And then when she puts pineapple mango puree in it. So I don't get my stuff from jars, people. I literally go and I get it from the real deal. And I don't get any of my crystals from like crystal shops. I literally get it from the real deal. Like this is all lapis lazuli. All of my jewelry everything is hand curated and made. And everything that we do really is on an artisan level. We're next level. Come over here. Yeah. We're next level. We're next level. Yeah. All right, guys. So I really love you.
I guess next Friday we'll come back together and let's do this again. I really enjoyed, and we're gonna keep expanding our minds because it's all about the elevation of our lives, our souls.
Yeah. We have something special planned. Me and Elise Marie. Don't say it yet because we don't want somebody else to start working on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Right. Oh my God. You don't know what we have planned for you. Sissy. I love that girl right there. So, all right. She's going to go because she's in Puerto Rico. We're gonna stay on just a little bit. I'm going to stay on.
Yeah, I'm an hour ahead. I'm okay, Mama. Bye-bye. Love you.
Love you, bye. Baby girl. Love you, baby girl.
Night.
Okay, ahead, talk.
How do I get off?
Oh, you just press N at the top. Yeah, you just press N. Where you come from, Washington? Hi, Victor
Mine
Lopez.
doesn't say end.
Okay, let me see. Oh, I could disconnect you. Okay, microphone, camera, disconnect. Okay, end her for now. Okay, beautiful. Okay, it was my job to take her off. How are you, Victor? Victor Lopez. Hi.
Hello.
Longview, Washington. Very nice. How's it going in Washington? What's going on? Let us know what's going on there. It's doing good? That's good. We love to hear from different places right now. We're talking about, we were talking about this and the files that were dumped and how people are doing and just how different places are. The snow, green grass here. No snow and green grass. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice. It is very, very snowy here still, but it's melting little by little. My car is still frozen. So I must say, we are in a deep freeze in New York. Definitely
Yeah, the
deep
temperature's
freeze.
coming up now.
But it's getting better.
Yeah.
The temperature's definitely getting better. How about you? How's everything over there? Energy-wise, the tone of everybody's happy. It's a little cold at night. What's the weather right now here? It's cold. But it gets hot and then it gets cold. I guess inside of the houses it gets hot. We have our heat on. And when we have our heat on, it gets really hot. Like right now it's freezing and we're in tank tops, but I have my robe right here.
Yeah,
I go from my
outside it's
sweater
like
to my
30 degrees.
robe to my jacket. Like I'm constantly putting something on because over here it's so cold. And we're all sick. Our nose is a little tingly and you could hear it in my voice.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. 54. I do a lot of holistic healing. And I drink mushroom coffee
Yeah, the mushroom coffee.
with collagen. With collagen. Thank you so
Yes.
much. I appreciate that. That's beautiful. It's natural. It's me. And I think that was so beautiful of you. Thank you. You know what it is? Is that we wouldn't want to snuggle with you because it's kind of creepy. When you don't know someone, it's kind of creepy. It's like Epstein-ish. That's exactly what we're talking about. I'm just saying. I'm not going to be able to invite him up ever because look, he said he would like to snuggle with us. Do you see how these religions think they lead people to believe that they can just speak to people like that? Yeah.
Good
You know what
joke.
I'm saying? It's not a
it's
funny joke, but it is what it is. Hi. On 63rd. How are you? Poseidon. I see. Poseidon. I see that there. Very, very nice. You see that? You see that? That was actually hijacked by them. This is the star, the Merkaba. When it's off the ground, it becomes a Merkaba. And it becomes 5, 6, 7, 8 dimensional. You can see through every level. So, I like your stars. If you could take your star off the ground and make it completely around you, you realize that you are that. You're in the middle of that. Oh, it's my pleasure to ask. Where are you coming from? I'm here with my bestie B. We're sitting here, and then I had my other bestie from Puerto Rico. We've been talking for the past hour.
Yes.
About maybe an hour and a half. We were talking about all of these things that are happening. And so when my other bestie left, we decided to stay a few more minutes and just say hi to everybody.
Yes.
Just decided to come on and just say hi to everybody and continue to talk. This is an adult conversation, so we're willing to have anybody come on. I think we're about to turn this on. Give us a second. But this is the best kind of adult conversation. It's not like that creepy adult conversation about snuggling with people that you don't know. I'm saying people show you who they are within the first 3 minutes of speaking to them. If you give them enough confidence, they'll show you who they are. That is a very amazing psychological understanding. And when they show you who they are, don't believe anything else that comes out of them, because you already know. You don't have to believe, because believing would mean you'd fall for it and you'd be living in their fantasy. Be living, believing.
Yep.
So when you know it, and you did by their actions, I'm just saying, I would rather have one less person on, you saw that, and call them out, than worry about having more people on with me that think that they could soft blow, disrespect me. But I appreciate it. See, I'll take the compliment. If you call me beautiful and kind, that's wonderful. If you call me something like sexy, I'm not going to take that compliment, because that's physically disgusting. I don't like that. When men call me sexy, I look deeper at them like, you must not see my beauty, because that comes way before that.
Yeah.
It's true. All levels. Yeah, baby girl. So yeah, we're enjoying our night. We're just here. Okay, Google, play music. Let's see what it plays for us.
Playing on YouTube music.
Oh, it's gonna come on loud. Let's see what it shows us. Let's see what comes on. It's gonna come loud. Oh, it went straight. Thank you for the love. Thank you, baby girl. Ooh, good song. Okay, Google, lower it by half. Oh no. Okay, Google, raise it by 2. This song is so beautiful about the aurora. Listen to this song. Okay, Google, raise it to max. La paciencia por ti esperando. Right? This song is fire. It's old school, but it's
you know.
so beautiful.
That's a nice.
It's like the aurora. Now you're talking about beauty in the sky. You see the alignment of how beautiful that is? No, yeah. So good. Hey, welcome in. How are you tonight? Ooh, we got little clouds in the house. Ooh, do we have little ghost clouds everywhere? Hold on. Oh. Out. Maria. Let me see if I can take this off now. Noche. Voces. La mía.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. The blue one, I like.
This one, right? Hold on, where did it go? This one. Mía. Tu alma y la mía. Contigo muriendo.
Everybody left, right? I think so. Then we should say good night after the song.
So we're gonna be wrapping it up after this song.
Yeah.
But we really had a good night.
Yes,
We had fun.
Happy 13.
You saw I changed the background. My girl's on too. You saw I changed the background. I'm learning on this TikTok world.
Yeah.
And it's so cute. Look, the music goes along with it.
It does.
It's good. I'm gonna use this background again. If you don't cough, it's not good stuff. Conmigo. I made sure that I went with an adult theme today. I'm gonna be coming every Friday if I can. Do contigo. Do conmigo. So Beatrice made this. Look at these.
Oh yeah. Lapis lazuli.
This is lapis lazuli.
And selenite.
Selenite and lapis lazuli with gold lotuses. So beautiful. And then she also made my selenite. So they're just so beautiful. And I use them for my meditation.
Yeah.
And I've been doing sound healing. I want to do a sound healing session as well soon for all of us. With you too, baby girl. Like with all of us, because I have the tuning forks.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, we gotta use them.
And they remove trauma from the body. And so I've been using them lately. You give me love so good. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. And round and round. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. I want her to sing with me, but she's like over there.
Yeah.
Look, I have a guest in the studio, and it looks like I'm by myself. Wish my moments with you. Sent to you. No, you see, I'm done. Okay, Google. Change the song. Because there ain't no respectfully. And I knew that was going to come up. And what I wanted to do was cut it right there so you guys know. No, there's no respectfully. You cheat on me, that doesn't happen anyway. The energy that I'm in doesn't happen. Because you choose. And you know when you choose from alignment or you choose from not. But anyway, it's time to go.
Yes.
I really just wanted to end my live with something fun and lively. And I thought that was so cute. I just went, and I stopped it. Because respectfully, we don't do that. And it's because we respectfully respect ourselves. So one love, one love, one love. Thank you for joining us. That's the new way of showing a heart. See that?
Oh, like that?
Yes. It's like
that?
Yep. It's like, isn't that cute? Share a heart with you. See you later. This is the older school way of doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Where you oh, she does one finger. I do the whole hand. Okay, well, we're lost. But we're not. We're actually found.
Yes.
Bye, TikTok. See you later. I had fun tonight. I did. It's a good conversation. Love you too.